What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the Rest Hold Podcast. This is episode 43, also known as the Backlash Preview. Brought to you, as always, by your boys Tanner, Fred, and me, Zach Foreman. Tanner, say what's up to the people.
What's going on, everybody? Coming off a stellar NXT show.
Stellar NXT show.
Going into a not stellar WWE Premium Live event.
Yep. And hopefully, all the friends of the pod, all the listeners, had a better week than some of these people we're about to talk about.
Yes. NXT with another round of releases. I think it happened on last day we recorded, so we weren't able to address it.
But here we are. WWE NXT releases on April 29, 2022. I think, we were a week early? We thought the day...
normally they do a tax day.
Right, so we were a week early on the predicted cuts.
Some of these surprising.
Others...
Some I've never heard of.
Yep. Boy.
Actually, I'm surprised by all of them.
The first
Surprised,
6,
not shocked.
The first 6, I could be convinced is a little much.
Yeah.
But then after that, I honestly, I don't know them. So...
Starting off the top of the list, Dakota Kai.
Dakota Kai. We kind of talked about it maybe like a week or two ago. Mm-hmm. Dakota's kind of done everything she can do on NXT.
Yeah.
It was either time to win the championship or move on.
Yeah.
And apparently their moving on wasn't moving to the main roster. Yeah, it was moving on.
Moving on.
She's talented.
Yeah, she's good.
The women's division seems to be, okay.
Pretty strong.
They have a lot of people. So while it's like a sad cut because she was like a fan favorite, she didn't have a story. She won't necessarily be noticed that she's gone right away.
Especially with they have the breakout tournament starting this coming week. They're going to have at least 8 new talent.
Yeah, they're going to have...
And they're going to know right away who's good.
And doesn't, yep. Just real quick, they said that... Dirt Sheet said, this is going to be a recurring theme for 2.0.
Of releases?
They're thinking monthly, quarterly releases. They're going to be a revolving door pretty much. Come in, show us you got it, or you don't. I mean, I don't know.
I especially think they feel that way with non-homegrown talent.
Yeah.
So I feel like a lot of indie people are going to start getting moved on pretty soon. Mm-hmm. So it's something to keep an eye out on.
Yeah. This next release, disappointing.
Very disappointing.
This one apparently wasn't by choice. Mm-hmm. He just didn't re-sign.
Yeah, so they were cut their losses, I guess. Figure it out. Malcolm Bivens.
Yes. So the report on this was WWE asked him to re-sign multiple times. Every time he said no, and he elected to move on.
I wonder what the reason for that is.
I don't know.
I know he's doing comedy. He's doing stand-up.
Yeah.
I wonder if that has something to do with it.
That they wouldn't let him do it?
I don't even know if they wouldn't let him, because they let Dolph. Maybe it's just more... I know it is also Dolph. But maybe it's just this isn't really what he loves to do anymore.
That could be it.
And he's just I just want to put more time into this comedy thing.
And that's fine. Best of luck to him. He's a real funny guy.
Yeah,
so.
hysterical. So just going to miss the memes.
Yeah.
Miss the memes. Mm-hmm. Another one that's... I hate to say the word overdue, but... Probably, I expected it to happen earlier. Is Dexter Lumis,
and the word overdue sounds bad, right?
Because it's not I want him to.
Right, we're both big fans of Lumis. It's just the way that they were using him.
And when you read the writing on the wall,
he
surprised he lasted this long.
Wasn't long for NXT, especially once Gargano left. Once that whole the way split up.
Theory gets pulled up. Gargano's gone. Whatever.
The whole storyline he was involved in is gone.
It's gone.
And then they have struggled to find a place for him.
Yeah. It's a shame.
This one.
This one's really interesting.
I am not surprised that he's released as a talent. I'm surprised he's released because of how much hype WWE themselves gave him. And that's Harland. They tried to dub this guy
the next Brock Lesnar. The next Brock Lesnar.
And never, for a second, did he have traction. Mm-hmm. Never. He had nothing going for him. I mean, I said it probably 4 weeks in a row. I have no idea what I feel about Harlan personally, but as long as he's with Joe Gacy, I don't care. It's a death sentence. And then
what I find weird about this is not that he was cut, but it's that he was cut and they're pushing so hard on this Joe Gacy thing.
And even, I mean, still, too, because after Spring Break, and which we'll talk about in a second, it's like, they didn't just end the Joe Gacy
No, like,
thing.
this is continuing.
There's a new Joe Gacy
This is continuing.
thing. Yeah.
So, like, it's not like, oh, they're like, okay, we're moving Joe Gacy to the side again.
Yeah, no, it's...
And Harlan just is collateral.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they're pushing hard with Joe Gacy. And
yeah. And it's...
Weird one.
I thought it should have been a package deal. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you.
Joe Gacy... The thing is, you're not supposed to like Joe Gacy.
Right, you're not supposed to.
He does a very good job of being like, this guy gives me the creeps, and I don't like him. Like, he has talent in the ring. He's not... It's not like...
Yeah, he's not terrible.
I'm not turning his matches off, you know? Like, he's fine in the ring.
Letting my bias get in the way.
He is. Like, he's supposed to be annoying, and he does a good job of it. He's supposed to be this weird, creepy, annoying guy.
Super.
He nails it.
Social justice.
Yeah, he's like, he's the over-the-top social
like,
and he nails it.
Where, like, it's annoying.
Yeah.
100%.
So.
Another one, same kind of storyline, just never really caught on.
Yeah.
Persia Parada.
I feel like this is just, they're like, okay, what are we, we have this story, and I'm like, what are the two, what's not working? And they're like, oh, it's those two. And it's like, all right.
This doesn't bode well for Indy. Mm-hmm. I mean, she might be okay. And definitely not for Duke Hudson.
What's interesting about this is I would like to know where the cuts are coming from.
Yeah. Because Duke Hudson is on his 4th or 5th character.
That's not even what I mean. Well, Duke Hudson, like I said, Duke Hudson's homegrown.
Yeah.
What I mean is it coming from WWE corporate or is it coming from the NXT level? Because whether or not like it was interesting or not, they were in the middle of a story.
Yeah, and they just said, no more.
And like, I know typically they don't really address talent releases on... You have to. They did, and you have to. You can't just ignore that.
Yeah.
It can't just be like, oh, hey, Duke, it's you and me now. It's Indy. Like, there has to be some kind of something being addressed there. So, I don't know.
It is nuts.
And then this one's really weird.
I can't help but think he didn't get a fair shot because his one match that I
thought he was good.
Very athletic, funny, charismatic.
I thought he was good. Draco Anthony. I thought he was good. I liked him.
That's it.
They gave him the packet, like the vignettes. Like they gave him everything.
That's it. He was entertaining enough for the small bit we saw him. And what else do you want from a guy? Big, athletic, charismatic, like looked comfortable.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Like you said, I don't know where the cuts are coming from.
I think a lot of this is NXT. The way 2.0 is set up now, we're taking people from the Performance Center.
Yeah.
We're putting them on TV.
Yeah.
And it's sink or swim.
Yeah.
And a lot of mouth to feed, and they got a lot of talent.
Yeah.
And they're signing new people to Performance Center every single day, daily.
Yeah.
So it might just be one of those things is that maybe something behind the scenes, not like an attitude thing or anything like that. It's just like maybe
someone's got
promos he's struggling with, or it's just a little bit, and it's just, okay, well, it's you or this guy, and this guy's a little bit better.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It is just weird because Draco Anthony is one of those guys that got like vignettes, like you
That's
said,
why it's
promo
weird.
packages
That's
for like
why it's weird.
a couple weeks before we even saw him.
Yeah.
So it is weird. But the last four, no signs of disrespect or anything. I just don't know who they are.
We'll read the names of Hannah George.
Sanjana, it looks like.
Yeah, but Spanish, the J is an H.
Gotcha.
Pronounce an H.
Gotcha.
Raylan Devine.
Mila
Malani and Paige Prinzavali.
Yeah. You weren't making it with a name like that.
Seems like all four of them are women. I could be wrong about Sanjana, but probably. And, I mean, that kind of makes sense.
They got the breakout tournament. So
you got the breakout tournament. You know, they got their picks, and that's it. Unfortunate. Sorry. Don't want anyone to lose the job, but
it is what it is.
It is what it is. It's true.
And with that, we continue the NXT conversation.
Staying at NXT.
Spring Breaking.
Really good.
Spring Breaking.
Very, very good. NXT delivers once again.
So I think we both were on Cameron Grimes.
Yes, we both said Cameron Grimes. Hell of a match to start a card.
I mean, they don't miss with the North American Championship.
No, North American Championship is definitely... North American Championship is what the Intercontinental should be.
That's their performer's belt.
It's the perfect belt for that. These are the guys we trust. They're going to have sick matches. Mm-hmm. And that championship match was nonstop from beginning to end.
Yeah.
Awesome. Solo, I'm not going to say he's the best one in the match, but was the best one in that match.
Yeah.
For sure.
Curious to see what they do next.
Yeah, I don't know.
Do either of them revisit this, or is it time to move
on? I think Carmelo gets a one-on-one. Solo did get pinned, so I think he's done for that for a little bit. They'll find something for him, whether that's go up or whatever it is.
Yeah,
they're not getting rid of that guy.
No.
So they'll find something for him.
Nathan Frazier.
Yeah, it's Frazier.
Defeats Grayson Waller in a good match.
This guy has a lot of potential.
My concerns are starting to come to fruition with Grayson Waller. Do you make it on NXT by just being a loser?
Yes.
Okay.
Because he's not just a loser. Because he's like, there's different types of losers in NXT. Because like, Chase U is a loser.
Right.
Like, Under Chase is a loser.
But he's hilarious.
He's different type of loser than Grayson Waller. Grayson Waller is your heel loser. Yeah. This is the guy you want to get his comeuppance kind of thing.
Yeah.
So he's the Miz. He's the NXT Miz is a very good way to put it.
Pretty much.
I don't think he's going anywhere.
No, I don't think he's going to get let go or future endeavored or anything, but
I think he's the guy that is a consistently probably the best heel on NXT and will be rewarded for that in the time to come. Yeah. Just like the Miz was. And the same kind of thing. Like, yeah, you got to do some dirty stuff for a little bit, but we'll get you yours when the time comes around. Yeah. Like, people forget Miz is like a 10-time Intercontinental Champion, 2-time United States Champion, 2-time WWE Champion, multi-time Tag Team Champion.
Only 2-time
Grand Slam Champion.
No,
like,
he's good.
There's definitely, like, for people, as much as Miz has been like a loser his career,
he's gotten his
got the
payoff.
accolades.
Yeah,
guys absolutely a Hall of Famer.
One of those guys that when he's gone, you're gonna be like, wow, we need the Miz.
Need the Miz.
Yeah.
If you haven't watched his Evil, very good.
Yeah.
Very good episode.
Very good.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna get into that, but one of the best segments with him and Daniel Bryan.
Oh, one of the best segments
like
in
real
recent
passion.
memory.
Yeah, real passion.
Because I think, and they talk about this on the show, like when you blur that line of was that the Miz or was that Mike?
Yeah.
That's when you get the best kind of content
of the Miz. Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
Just any superstars. Yeah. Like when you start to blur the line of reality in the show, it's okay. Now we're getting somewhere.
Yeah. Now your character has depth.
Yeah.
Cora Jade and Nikita Lyons defeats Natalya and Lash Legend.
This was fine. It wasn't very good. I mean, it was as sloppy as you expected it to be.
You needed women's presence on the match. You got women's presence.
Yeah.
I mean, on the card, you got on the card.
Natalya missing that spot was kind of funny. Kicking Lash in the face. That was kind of funny. But yeah, it went exactly as expected. The problem is, like, Lash is okay. Nikita's good. Cora's definitely, like, top tier in NXT. For women, at least. Yeah. And then Natalya is, the way we said last week, you can tell why people are on the main roster and other people aren't. But, like, it's still hard when you're not only, when you're in the ring, Nikita, you have to help her, but you also have to help your tag team partner. Like, that is a tough torch to carry for a match.
Yeah, and I mean, people aren't going to like this because I know people love Natalya. Yeah. She's on the lower end of the women's division for the main roster.
Oh, yeah.
And, like,
right now, she's being... right.
It's just, like, eventually you do slow down. Eventually you're just not that good anymore. And she's at the point where she's just not that good anymore.
I don't want to say she was ever at the same level as this person. Similar to Rey Mysterio.
I see what you're saying. Like, it's a little bit more drastic.
No, it's definitely more drastic. But, like, Rey is Rey. Right. But you can tell Rey's a little slower. He does things a little bit. I think Jeff Hardy is a much better example.
Better example, for sure. Where they were at the top of their game.
Sprint up the ropes on Whisper in the Wind.
Yeah.
Now it took him 10 minutes to get up the ropes, kind of thing. That kind of thing. Your body slows down. You've been doing this for 20 years.
Yeah.
Taking bumps 5 days a week for 20 years wears on you.
It's going to do it.
Like
100%.
But it was okay. It was fine.
The Creed brothers defeat the Viking Raiders.
A little surprised at the result.
How it happened, I guess, makes sense. Yeah. A little unwanted interference.
But I'm still a little surprised at the result. But, good for the Creed brothers.
Good for the Creed brothers.
Yeah. They're good. They're very good.
They are.
They'll have those belts soon.
100%. And the match.
Well, real quick. The Tony D.
Oh, yeah.
The Santos segment. They had the sit down. It's funny because it feels like the Sopranos.
Yeah.
Like having this conversation. Then they kidnap AJ Galante. Like it feels like you're watching the Sopranos NXT, which is great. It's good. It's very good for Tony D. Yeah, it doesn't really do a whole lot for Legado because like they're kind of just
You're
Legato.
involved in a segment though.
Yeah, no, you're on TV. That's great.
Yeah.
But there's definitely it's very good for Tony D that Legato exists.
Yeah.
Because so you can have these kind of segments. But it really bodes well for like the family. But
Yeah.
I don't know. Legato is approaching the end of the rope.
Yeah, it's gonna be they lose this to the family or whatever you call them.
I won't be surprised if in a month we're talking about Santos and Elektra on SmackDown and
The other
two looking for jobs.
Yeah.
Which
No,
is real unfortunate.
It
but
absolutely is, but I
won't be surprised
Yeah.
if that's the conversation we're having a month from
just
now.
because of the size thing and all
Yeah.
that. But
Although, like, it sucks because they really would help this main roster tag division so much.
I mean, we say it all the time, but Legato is just like levels ahead of the rest of the wrestling talent on
Yeah.
NXT. Like Santos is probably the best solo wrestler,
Mm-hmm.
and for the tag division, they're small, but they're right there with what Imperium was.
I think they're the
GYV.
best ones
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah.
I really do. Also,
Yeah.
just real quick talking about the cuts, kind of surprised Fabian Eichner wasn't on there.
Man, I'm hoping that they turn something out of that.
They better figure something out for him.
He's Italian. Get him with Tony D maybe. Just something.
Maybe.
I don't want to see him get cut. Is all I'm
Yeah,
saying.
you got to keep that
Yeah.
guy. He's so good.
That's all I'm saying.
I mean, I think if you slow burn Gunther on the main roster too, you could bring him in later.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
hope not. Hope he sticks around.
Braun Breaker defeats Joe Gacy.
I feel like they ran out of time. This match was quick.
Yeah.
It was not sloppy, but it was just quick.
It just seems like because they knew they weren't ending it here. That
Yeah, and I feel like they pack like NXT's good with their segments that they get a lot of stuff on TV. Mm-hmm. But like we didn't need the 3 Mandy segments.
Yeah, if you're cutting time on something, you don't want to do it on your main event.
Your main event. Interesting to see Braun winning with a spear.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yep.
The two Red Hoods at the end.
Which
Former
just
Batman apprentices.
Yeah, just mentioned them. Mentioned them a second ago, but rumors on the internet are circulating that it's GYV, repackaged, whatever it is. Maybe, I don't know.
I mean,
Yeah,
the thing is, it's gonna be hard to sell me on
with
that.
GYV and Joe Gacy.
Yeah.
It's gonna be tough.
Oh yeah. Unless it's like one of like the schemes of Gibson.
Or or he was like, we were just losing so much that we
find
heard
somebody.
Joe Gacy's words and they really resonated.
Yeah, but that'd be
with us.
stupid. I wouldn't like that.
And
That's exactly what it's gonna be, 100%.
That's gonna be what they're gonna
But
do.
yeah, wish it wasn't.
I mean, like we said, they're gonna run this back, so
Yeah,
whatever.
But not like the good matches were good.
Yeah.
Very good. If you
NXT
haven't watched that North American title match,
No.
do it.
NXT
It's quick. It's like 18, 20 minutes. Amazing.
Yeah.
Very good match.
they tend to deliver on these kind of events, like pay-per-views.
Their little pay-per-view
Their
shows.
named weekly TV.
Yeah.
They just tend to deliver.
Yeah, they do.
And now, what you're all waiting for,
Yeah.
the important stuff,
Yeah.
I guess,
Yeah.
our WWE WrestleMania Backlash.
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 You were right over there.
There we go.
The Backlash predictions.
Yeah. This is a messy card.
Guys, it's not a good card.
It's a very messy card.
It's not good. It's Mother's Day, and you're putting this out? I'm supposed to skip dinner with my mother for this?
I mean, I figured that it's 8 o'clock. You know.
Dude. I mean, I'm lucky my mom likes wrestling.
Yeah, you are.
But
no, for real.
you want me to skip that as a casual fan?
Yeah.
To watch this card?
This is a hard sell. Definitely your early matches are going to be a hard sell, too.
This card stinks.
Second half of the card, you could probably get away with it because, like, oh, you're home. You're
But like it depends, because you're gonna open with Cody and Seth, right? Right? You gotta think.
Don't be surprised if the bloodline opens.
I would be okay with that if Cody and Seth main event. Then they have to, but it's not gonna, because it's gonna be an I Quit match. That main event, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
All right, whatever.
I could be dead wrong, but
Yeah.
that's
We're
where I
going,
think we're going here.
Reverse order here.
Oh, yeah,
the
yeah.
Predictions?
Yeah, I did write it
All right.
backwards. Sorry.
Let's do it.
Corbin versus Moss.
So this match, I could not care less about.
I don't agree with that, personally.
I don't think it's good for either person.
I do.
Well, actually, it's only good for Madcap if Madcap wins. That's
Okay.
the way I see it.
Okay.
Corbin losing again is terrible for Corbin. Corbin winning again does nothing because Madcap's not even established. But Madcap winning at least you got to win over a top heel in the company. I guess. I mean,
I see your point.
Tell me I'm wrong, though.
No, I
Convince
see your
me,
point
yeah.
because you definitely like. I know you like Corbin, and I like Corbin too.
I like Madcap too.
Yeah, I feel like this is an easy Moss read on this one. I know what you're saying, like it hurts Corbin, but like it really doesn't. This is where the storyline was going. Like you can have losses. Like
just because it's where the storyline's going and the obvious conclusion of it doesn't make it good.
No, but I think it makes it right.
I agree that it is the right choice.
Okay.
But moving forward, you're going to have a really hard time bringing Corbin back.
I don't know if I agree with that because, this is like, you could always sell me on like, Moss knows Corbin, like he trained under, like and it's not the best, but I'll buy it.
Yeah.
It's not like they just pulled somebody out of nowhere and just beats Corbin. Like there would be and he's pissed at Corbin. Corbin kind of screwed him over, whatever. But yeah, I like Moss for this.
Yeah, I like Moss too.
Okay.
I mean, I actually think it'll be a very good match.
Yeah, I think they'll have a really good match.
I think they'll perform well.
Yeah.
I just, in the furtherance of whatever story it is, I don't know. Which is okay. Stories have to end.
Yeah, they have to end.
Stories definitely have to end. So when I'm saying like, I don't know what comes next for these guys, they'll just tell me Friday.
Yeah, you'll find out.
Yeah. Like it doesn't matter. I'm just saying, for Corbin, it just to me seems like he's not moving on to bigger and better things.
Yeah, we got Money in the Bank next.
Might be
June, right?
Might be. When's the Wales one?
Like
October, September, October. It's late. Right?
It's one of those two. I think it's October.
Yeah,
because we got Money in the Bank, and then Hell in a Cell now is in July, and then end of June, July,
and then
SummerSlam's end of July.
Yeah, this year.
Not August.
Weird.
Very weird. Which I don't hate though, because I think it gives them time to build
storylines into this big show.
Not even just that. SummerSlam is like your half year mark, even though it's really not. It is. So it gives you like 5 weeks or 6 weeks to build from SummerSlam to whatever your next show is.
Yeah.
So I don't hate that. Yeah. But okay. Something to start thinking about with these picks.
Yep.
Bobby versus Omos.
Following your train of thought, like I would think Bobby's the person to win this, but it's not. This one's gonna be Omos.
You think they push this one more?
I think so. I think that the payoff's got to be like the climb back for Bobby. To beat them after like he's been beaten down. Like I don't think it has to be clean. Is there a stip on this match?
I don't think so.
Yeah, so maybe like blindsided, distracted ref, MVP involvement, something like that. And then next time around, Bobby with the climb back to the top. Okay. I don't know.
No,
that's just the way I see it because I can't see Omos losing twice in a row.
Again, yeah. That's interesting. Yeah, I don't hate that. I'm with that on that. I'll go Omos.
There's not much else to it.
Yeah, no. It's pretty straightforward storytelling on this one. There's not a whole lot of complexities. This one's a little more complicated. AJ versus Edge.
With Priest
banned from ringside, yes.
I personally am looking forward to this match a little bit. I know we kind of differ on that. I think it's going to be real good. You're maybe a little bit more reserved on it.
Yeah, I am more reserved because I think
that you think the next person of
it's just the Edge's next man up for Edge's cult. So I think it's going to be
sure we don't have Priest, but guess what we have?
We have Rhea Ripley or whoever it ends up being.
Yeah,
because I think this is the same sloppy storytelling we're going to tell that we did at WrestleMania, where we have 20 minutes of a really pretty good match and then 2 minutes of you ruined it.
I'm going to go AJ Styles via DQ.
Okay.
He's getting jumped. I'm going to just take your storyline and he's getting jumped.
Okay. I'm going Edge because I think it's literally just going to end the same exact way it did at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
So that's just me. I would hope that I'm wrong and that Edge is like, hey, maybe we shouldn't do the exact same thing we did at WrestleMania.
That's the only reason I think that it would be
the DQ. Reason I'm going against DQ is because I do truly think it's Rhea Ripley.
Yeah.
And I don't think she's jumping AJ Styles.
Right. You think AJ's just going to be like, the hell are you doing here?
Basically.
And then gets speared again. Yeah. Okay. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Whatever. It'll be a good match until that ending, which I'm sure.
Yeah. Because if it's not Rhea, I really don't know who it could be. I don't even have a guess.
Yeah, I don't know either.
I have no one.
I'm drawing blanks right now.
Yeah. So that's what we get.
It's Harland.
Yeah, they signed it back. Bray Wyatt.
Yeah.
Charlotte versus Ronda in an I Quit match. Do we even have to talk about this?
I mean, this is going to make me want to quit.
Yeah.
I'm going to see this match come on. I'm like, I
I'm
quit.
gonna quit,
I'm
yeah.
done. No longer
Also,
a
just
fan.
like to shout myself out for last week.
Yeah.
Absolutely nailing that the I Quit challenge was going to be Aaliyah and Shotzi.
Yeah.
Nailed that.
Nailed it.
This is Ronda.
Yeah.
Why bring Ronda back? Win the Rumble, lose at Mania, lose an I Quit match.
We've ranted about this. Well, mostly me has ranted about this for the last, 4 weeks. Then the 4 weeks before that leading into
about 2
Mania.
months.
Like, it's going to be Ronda.
It has to be. And whether or not we like it, the story says it has to be Ronda.
We can hit the same talking points all over again where, like, just like you said, the Rumble, the dirty victory at Mania, and then she actually tapped out, then Ronda's the baddest woman on the planet, accepts an I Quit match. Like, you're not going to do the whole, I'm the baddest woman on the planet, I quit. It's just not going to happen.
Especially, like, as a fan of Charlotte, I'll be happy if she wins.
Yeah.
As a fan of, like, wrestling and storytelling, I will be upset if she wins. Because it doesn't make sense.
No, it doesn't. I think I would get over that much quickly.
No, yeah, obviously. But,
yeah.
if you're telling a story, even if it's the obvious outcome, tell the right story. Don't try to just, like, pull the, like, surprise factor.
Just because.
It's the Game of Thrones problem.
Yeah, where you're just trying to wow people.
You're trying to wow people instead of...
Just because people know what's going to come
doesn't mean it's bad.
Same thing with Madcap and
Yeah.
Just because someone knows what the outcome's going to be doesn't mean it's wrong.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean it's bad. Just put it on the right way.
Yep, just do it the right way.
I'm guessing this is going to be a long match.
It's going to be a while.
Which makes me real nervous.
Yeah.
Because I don't care. You guys could like her. You could hate her. You could be like me who never wants to see her on TV again. Ronda's not good.
Ronda's not very good.
Like, she's serviceable. And the character gets her, like, over and accepted. But
and she's still a popular face.
Right. But she's not very good.
Yeah.
So going long with Charlotte, who is damn good, who's great, you're going to get exposed.
I wouldn't be... It's hard. It's interesting because, like, in my head, I was like, okay, like, how can we kind of save Ronda on this? And my first thought would be, like, I totally lost her name. Oh, man. What's her name? They feuded last year. She had a kid.
Lacey Evans?
Lacey Evans' interference on this to kind of cost Ronda and just go right back into that program. But they're bringing Lacey back as a face.
Super face.
Super face. So I'm not sure where we go with that. Maybe Bayley.
A Bayley return could be big.
Yeah, we'll see.
I don't know.
I don't know how you sell me on that story the same way.
I don't know.
We'll find out, I guess.
It doesn't really play.
No, it doesn't play at all.
Oh, yeah. I don't know.
Cody Rhodes, Seth freaking Rollins.
This is one of those where it seems so obvious that it's Cody.
Yeah.
All, like, signs lead to Cody.
Yeah.
And it's probably going to be Cody.
Yeah.
But I saw a nice dirt sheet report of people are like, it's going to be hard to keep believing in Seth when he loses again.
Yeah, that's true.
And I don't know how much of that goes into the backstage decision making. Because it doesn't seem like a lot.
No, nothing.
But they're pretty freaking right.
Yeah.
Seth is not doing well.
I think Cody wins and Seth wins Money in the Bank.
And then, like, all is well, right? Like,
yeah, then you're fine. Yeah, I mean, all is well in the world.
Yeah, Seth is Money in the Bank winner, okay. And then do it again. Pull another heist on Roman. I love it. I'm here for it.
Yeah, that's what I think happens.
But, oh, dude, how good would that be? I'm just going so far in the future. Like, oh, my. Imagine Roman and Rock main eventing Mania and Seth pulls another heist on
What
Roman.
I'm really scared about is them giving Money in the Bank to Madcap.
Getting behind somebody way too hard, way too fast.
Madcap is good, and Madcap, I personally think, will be there at one point. It is not right now.
They got it wrong with Otis.
Yep.
They made Corbin lose when he had it.
Yep.
They can't keep getting Money in the Bank wrong.
No. They haven't got it right in a while.
Big E was right.
Okay, Big E was right.
Big
fair.
E was right.
Okay.
How it ended
Forgot
up
about
after that was wrong.
No, but okay, Big E winning was right.
Yeah.
That's fair. Okay.
But
they haven't got women's right in a while either.
And it's always immediate cash in.
Thinking about that, by the way, though, that women's Money in the Bank match might be sick.
There's going to be
might
some
be
good
sick.
women going.
Yeah.
The stars are aligning for everyone to be back and everyone to be going 100%. We're going to have Becky. We're going to have Asuka.
Probably Liv.
probably Bailey.
Hopefully Bailey. Probably
Lacey. And then you get Rhea.
Probably Rhea.
Like,
that's a damn good.
That's 6.
Hopefully they do 6.
They tend to do 7 now. Haven't they been?
Was it 7 or 8 last year? Because the men's was definitely 8.
Yeah. So you start putting, that's a stacked women's.
Put like Sasha in it.
Yeah.
And like Naomi in it too. There you go. That's our sick ladder match.
If they can make that happen, that's going to steal the show.
And the only one that's really a question mark is Bailey. Everything else, you could do it.
I just don't know what's next for like Bianca, right? Are you going to pull Asuka right away?
No.
But like, what else is Bianca doing? Just kind of treading water for a little while?
No, you could find someone. There's definitely people on the roster. 100%. Yeah. Bring Bliss back for whatever you want to do.
Get Bliss in the Money in the Bank.
I mean, you got to limit it somewhere. But yeah, there's a lot of potential for that match.
Women's Money in the Bank could be insane.
All right, we're definitely tangenting.
Yeah, but to bring it back to WrestleMania Backlash.
I got Cody.
Yeah, me too. The thing is, if it is Seth, they have to go again.
Yes.
And then
yes.
And then Seth.
But it doesn't have to be at a pay-per-view.
No, it doesn't. But then Seth probably loses the feud anyway.
Yeah.
Which is fine.
Yeah.
It's fine, but I don't know.
All right. And then the possible main event. The Bloodline versus RK Bro and Drew McIntyre.
So this is no longer.
This is not as far as I know, there's been no alluding to it still being.
This would have to change Friday.
I believe this is just a regular 6-man tag match.
Straightforward 6-man tag, which probably means it's not going to main event.
Yes. Which also, in my opinion, means the Bloodline will lose.
Yes. So this match being coordinated seems to me that it's just an effort to get Drew and Roman at a later date.
The only thing that's throwing me off here is Paul Heyman specifically asked for this match for them. Why? There's definitely a story for that. There's not. It'd be really weird if Roman, bring me back those belts.
Yeah.
Now I'm not worried about that anymore.
Yeah.
And again, that's might be us reading too deep into it, or us reading the surface and them not having anything for it.
And that's probably more real.
Probably more
right is that they just have nothing because they've been doing that.
Yeah.
I
think this is RK Bro and Drew.
Me too.
If I had to guess, I'm going to for bonus points. Drew pins Jimmy Uso.
Yeah.
With a Claymore.
Yeah, I'm guessing Drew gets the pin.
Yes. And not on Roman.
Yeah, definitely not on Roman. Yep. Roman still hasn't been pinned, right?
I don't think so.
Right?
Roman hasn't been pinned in a long time.
That's
year.
Yeah.
Year plus.
Yeah,
I think so.
I think he hasn't been pinned since he's been back.
He's lost to Seth and maybe one or two others. I don't think he's been pinned in a while.
Yeah. And his loss to Seth was DQ.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. This is what WWE is missing out on. All right, maybe it's gonna happen when Cody or someone legit. I don't want to say Drew's not legit, but it can't be Drew. I don't think it should be Drew.
No, and you can't drag this
to September,
which would be where I think Drew would win.
Yeah, but you need to start talking about stuff like that.
Yeah, your tribal chief
hasn't been pinned in 500 days.
Yeah, last time he was pinned, he had cancer. Holy oh my God.
Yeah, that's insane.
Roman Reigns, this is the most incredible run.
He hasn't been pinned in 200 years.
Yeah. 200 years.
Yeah,
200
years. 200,
literally.
2 years.
Your tribal chief.
Yeah.
No, 200 years, but they don't do it. The length of time of the title reign, incredible, right? Very impressive. They booked it really, really well. They don't ever short us on that. Champion for 550 days, whatever it is, right?
Yeah.
But the things that come along with that run, hasn't lost in solos competition, hasn't been pinned, those matter because people who are champions before that, they lose non-title matches.
Yeah.
They get pinned on SmackDown. It's oh, okay, so this guy's vulnerable. Roman hasn't been that.
Yeah. And I think it's something AEW actually does well.
Yeah.
That they sometimes do a little over the top sometimes.
Yeah.
Is that when someone is their guy or their champion,
they
let you know everything about them.
And
which
even
is
if it's
fine,
like not
but
impressive. Like during this title run, he has only been on his
Yeah.
back for 45 seconds.
yeah, literally.
It's like,
Or
okay.
like go to like any like sports game. Like I was
Yeah.
at the Mets game the other day, and it's just like every batter that comes up is, this is the last time
Yeah.
this has happened. It's like I don't care, but
Yeah.
all right, cool. Like,
Yeah.
and now you have someone who's like the guy in wrestling, in the wrestling world.
And
He's
they're
the
just-
best champion in the wrestling world, maybe ever.
Yeah.
Tell me everything. I want to know every single weird,
Yep.
insane streak he's on.
If Roman does what it seems like they're trying to do, which is get him from this, I mean, when he became champion, to next year's WrestleMania as champion to face
As
The
one
Rock.
of the champions.
Yeah, as
Yeah.
one of. He doesn't need to hold both, but just Universal Champion that whole time. That's the greatest title run of all time.
Probably.
Of all time. Like,
Probably.
I
I would have to sit down and really look at it, but probably.
I would have to sit down and watch all 1,000 days of Bruno.
No, because I'm
And
not
I'm
even
not
counting.
gonna
I'm
do-
not even counting
yeah.
that. Because like no disrespect to like the old stuff. This is like the same thing with like old baseball.
Yeah.
It's like, can you really compare them?
No, you can't. And this is just incredible.
In such a different era too,
Yeah.
because like,
You're doing everything.
and in an era where championships change hands so much.
Yeah.
Where back in the day they didn't.
Yeah. And you're working TV schedule,
Yeah.
travel schedule. Yeah, it's everything. That had nothing to do with the match. It's just those kind of things they should mention.
Yeah. I think it's RK Bro and Drew.
Honestly, these kind of cards that are weak like this, they tend to be the cards that deliver. Like the matches will overperform.
Yes.
We'll go in, and mostly that's because you're going with such low expectations.
Yeah.
Like I'll go into this thinking like it's gonna be a 6 out of 10 pay per view,
Mm-hmm.
and then if it's like an 8 out of 10 pay per view, it'll be a great night.
Yeah.
If it's a 6 out of 10, and if it's a
Kind of knew what I was getting into.
yeah, and if it's a 3 out of 10, which this very well could be,
I don't know about that.
no, because the big
Whether the
matches,
storylines are there
Yeah.
or not,
the big matches are gonna be.
I'm
fine.
not worried about like 4 of the quality of matches. Like Bloodline's going to be fine.
The performance is gonna be
Cody
good.
and Seth's going to be fine.
Good,
AJ
yeah.
and Edge is, whether I'm going to be a little disappointed, is going to
Yeah.
be a fine match.
Yeah.
Madcap and Corbin's going to be a
Fine.
fine match.
Yeah.
Bobby and Omos won't be bad. It's
But
just
it's too
it's not
big.
going to be the same kind of match you're expecting.
Two big guys.
Charlotte
going
and
at it.
Ronda, I'm only worried about just because of the length.
Yeah.
Because their WrestleMania match actually wasn't that bad.
No, but this one's got to go long.
Yeah.
And I quit match.
So I'm not really worried about the quality.
Yeah.
It's just like the investment on my end
Yeah.
is hard. But
Yeah, and WrestleMania Backlash. I hope this is the last year they do it.
it's really dumb.
It's a terrible card.
It's really dumb.
It's just because you know what you're gonna get.
Yeah.
It's like we're
It's the same matches.
gonna have rematches on rematches on rematches. It's like
I think the
WrestleMania
only thing
is supposed to end stories, not begin them and continue
or
them.
no, it's not supposed to continue stories.
Yeah.
It's supposed to end or start stories.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
But because like everything on here is a rematch, pretty much, except for like
Corbin versus Madcap have faced off weekly.
yeah, but
maybe not an official match, but weekly.
But yeah, and that's not really a. And then the main event, the Bloodline one, it's the only one that's not a true rematch or not a
Yeah.
rematch at all.
But we've seen them all. In
Yeah,
their
but everything
individual
else, everything
respect.
else has been a story that's been told before WrestleMania.
Yeah.
So
Can you imagine they just bury Drew? Just like Drew gets choked out by a
I
guillotine.
think it's no. I think it's. I don't even think it's possible.
No, I don't either. But can you imagine?
I mean, they let Bobby put him to sleep.
Well, that's a little different, but
It's Roman.
yeah, it's true. That's true.
Bobby put Drew to sleep on the biggest stage of them all.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I don't know. But they really like Drew. So I doubt it.
Yeah.
But everything's possible with Roman.
Yep. Well,
That's it.
that's all we got for you guys today.
Pretty uneventful. But those are our predictions.
Yeah, we'll be back next week
Yeah.
talking about how good we did on our predictions.
How stellar of a match this card.
Yeah.
One of the best pay-per-views of the year.
Hopefully, we come back talking about how great it is.
Yeah, that'd be
that
cool.
would be ideal.
That'd be really cool.
Yeah, I mean, we'll go live, talking, tweeting all this during the pay-per-view. I'll be tweeting live Friday night through SmackDown. Hopefully getting the hype
Yeah,
a little bit.
try to get
back up
something
for
going, yeah.
Backlash. WWE's in a lull.
Yeah. They got to get out of it. We're getting into the good pay-per-views. So
Yeah.
you got to start getting out of it.
Yeah, got to build.
Yep.
All right, guys.
Like and subscribe down below.
Mhm.
Comment. Let us know what match you're looking forward to for Backlash.
Yep.
Follow the socials.
Yeah.
Links are in the description, but Instagram and Twitter at @wrestle_pod.
Yep.
We're on Apple Podcasts. We're on Spotify. Once again, links to those are in the description.
Mm-hmm. Tweet at us, DM us, interact in the comment section.
Huh.
We love talking wrestling.
Might do like a little backlash poll. Like, who do you think's gonna win?
Yeah.
Do
Get some
something.
interactions.
Yeah. See what's up.
Talk some wrestling.
All right, guys.
All right, guys. Peace.